Today is the 12th day. I'll talk on your not emotions and a mindfulness mini training. I've designed these episodes for mid-career professionals, leaders, creators, and collaborators. I welcome you on the 12th day of my 30-day series on life skills to thrive at work and in life. My dear friends, you are not your emotions. Start thinking from this angle. You and your emotions are two different identity. And a mindfulness mini training follows. Do you feel overwhelmed by emotions at times? Yes. Most of the people, most of the time, feel emotions. There are almost 50 different types of emotions. Everyone passes through at different stages of life. Or you find it hard to separate yourself from what you are feeling. You and your feeling don't mix up. They're not same. No, that is not the truth. The truth is emotions are temporary. They are not your identity. Got it? Studies from Harvard Medical School show that mindfulness reduces emotional reactivity by 43%, helping people respond instead of react. Why this matters? Reacting emotionally can damage relationship and decisions. Don't be emotionally driven person. Identifying with emotions lead to feeling stuck. The moment you identify yourself as your emotions, you are bound to remain stuck. Suppressing emotions creates inner stress and anxiety equally. Okay? Any suppression will lead to it. Okay? So, the truth is, you can experience emotions without being consumed by them. Separate yourself from your emotions. So, the three things you are going to learn today are: number one, how to observe emotions without judgment. Feel. When you see something sad happening, feel. This is a human feeling. But that does not connect it with your identity. That is not what you are. Second, simple mindfulness techniques for emotional awareness. My dear friends, time and again, in my different previous episodes, I've shown you what the mindfulness is about. It is a very simple thing. There is nothing big thing. There is nothing overwhelming. It is just for you to start. If you have not yet, start now. And third, strategies to respond calmly even in intense situations. These are the things you need to learn. But what are the real pain points you might be facing in your day-to-day life? You feel overwhelmed by strong emotions, or you react impulsively, regretting it later. You start feeling then and there, impulsively. It is to regret it later in your lifetime. You struggle to manage emotions in high stakes situations. But who am I? I am Shekhar Kumar Dey, a bestseller author, a resilience strategist, and a work-life balance coach. I help professionals cultivate mindfulness to navigate emotions with clarity and control. Go back to my previous episodes to understand what that mindfulness is about. Now understand the science of mindfulness. Neuroscientists at Yale University found that mindfulness activates the prefrontal cortex, improving emotional regulation and reducing stress response. So, for you to learn the skill for today is the mindfulness check-in. How you are going to check you are mindful or not. First thing you should do is observe. This is what self-awareness is about. This is the first step of emotional intelligence also. Name the emotion you're feeling. Example, I feel frustrated. Remember, proper naming is important. That is from where the thing starts begin. If you don't know, there are my previous episodes, how to name properly and scientifically. Second, accept. Once you have observed, next is accept. Remind yourself this is temporary and it doesn't define me, and that is the truth. Third, respond. So, first observe, then accept, then response. Choose a calm and constructive action aligned with your values that will sustain. When things align with your values, it is bound to sustain, otherwise, it will rebound. Now, here are a real world scenario I put in front of you. Practicing mindfulness in emotionally charged moments. How do you practice? I want you to imagine the first scenario, that is of conflict. Instead of reacting, pause and say, let me think this through. Give a second thought. I want you to imagine second scenario is the stress. Take a 2-minute mindful breathing break before responding. Go back my previous episode to understand the mindfulness breathing. 2 minutes. And third scenario, I want you to imagine overwhelm. This is something most of the people always ready to feel overwhelmed, whether it is or not. Write down the emotions and remind yourself this will pass. Like many emotions you have passed in your lifetime, this will also pass. Right? So, for you, the final thoughts. Number one, emotions are temporary waves. You are the steady shore. Second, mindfulness allows you to respond, not react. There is a difference, right? In between the step is reflection. And there I draw your attention to play your vital role. Third, with practice you can master emotional clarity. It is a learnable skill. It is not a personality trait. It is not something you got by birth. No, my dear friend. So, here I give you the challenge. Practice one mindfulness check-in today, following the template I have given, following the steps I have just said. DM me, did it help you manage emotions more effectively or not? Right? If you like this episode, subscribe and share with your friends who may need it, and stay tuned. But tomorrow, 13th day topic, the name is to tame it, hack it for emotional clarity. Thank you.